pretty big white component. Almost as well. I guess he has a little more red than that, but you know, that guy's big. And certainly, if he can resolve it against Mike's Delver, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I gotta tell you, I was talking to Mike just a little while ago. Mike just won his last match on a mulligan to 3. And what he kept, so both are mulliganing to 6. Mike's fine with that. He can mull 3 more times and still win, apparently. Mike, what he kept was Gitaxian Probe, Geist of St. Traft, Invisible Stalker.
No lands?
No lands.
Oh my God.
When, I guess, I don't know the line of play, but 4 turns later he had won. So when he finally drew his 7th card, which, you know, happens normally at the beginning of the game, he won. That was it.
Right. So they're both mulling to 6, which has to, after luck like that has to favor Mike on this one.
Yeah, that's
wow. That is phenomenal.
So Mike is X1, Brad is X01. So last time Mike lost was round 1.
Jeez.
I went up, I said, you know, are you playing in standard? He's like, yeah, I'm 0-1. And I'm like, okay.
And now he's 7-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, round 8, we have 2 more rounds of standard. And then we're going to see the first round of top 8. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be bringing you the top 4 matches of standard before we get back to the top 8 of the Legacy Open, or the Legacy Invitation.
Right. So Bradley looks like he is going to 5 here.
Ooh.
So, yeah, Mike, he didn't do very well yesterday in the Invitational.
Yep, he was actually the token that Geist St. Traft produces.
Mm-hmm.
He was a 4/4.
He was a 4/4, yeah. He was a batter skull, kind of.
Yes, he was riding a batter skull.
Yeah.
Don't want to ride a batter skull in your tournament.
No.
It sounds good until you realize that's a 4/4.
Yeah. So, yeah, he didn't do too well, but see, that's the beauty of starting on a Friday is you get to enter the, you don't make day 2, you enter the standard tournament, and here's Mike Flores.
There he is.
Turn 1 Delver off of Seachrome Coast.
Bradley only has a turn 1 Rootbound Crag. Mike's play much better, Delver, though Bradley does have a second land. That's going to come into a sphere. So, undeterred by his mulliganing,
Right.
Mike checks not a instant or sorcery. Delver stays.
I believe it was a Moorland Haunt.
It was a Moorland Haunt.
And Mike's going to set it up so that next turn he is very likely to flip that Delver.
Ponder, it looks, I definitely saw the bottom card is a Glacial Fortress. Checking his hand.
He's got another Ponder, another Geist. Not another Geist, but
a
Geist of St. Traft.
Deciding whether or not he wants to use the second Ponder to try to set up the Delver instead, or if that's enough. Now,
I know you guys commented on this yesterday during the standard portion when Mike was featured, but who's the beatdown, Sleeves?
Who's the beatdown? You know who the beatdown is?
Michael J. Flores.
Michael J. Flores. In all formats.
Always the beatdown.
And passing. So Bradley up to 4 mana. That appears to be a Huntmaster in his hand. Also an Inferno Titan. And another land. So this is a little scary for Mike. Out comes Huntmaster. Again, Bradley, undeterred by this mulligan.
Yeah, pretty good mulligan there. I think he mulliganed to 5. So
now he doesn't appear to have any more lands in his hand, so that obviously is an issue. But that's what's going to happen when you mulligan. But Huntmaster is quite good in this matchup, and if he doesn't have a play next turn, Bradley can just pass. If Mike doesn't have it, he does have a Vapor Snag though.
Yeah, and the Vapor Snag not only is a Vapor Snag, it also flips the Delver.
It does.
So
that means that Bradley cannot just simply pass his next turn and use that to flip Huntmaster and kill Delver. And Mike, of course, is a handful of things to do.
Yeah,
I know he has a Geist, but he
probably does not want to. If he plays Geist, then Bradley gets to flip the Delver. Not flip the Delver.
Well, he can still respond to the trigger
mm-hmm.
in Mike's upkeep and then bounce it, so he doesn't actually
right on. That's
flip
right.
It,
yeah, he can do that. But it looks like Mike's gone on the Ponder plan.
Yep. Pondering his hand, giving it a second, seeing if those are the cards he wants or if he wants something different. You know, of course, the problem with Geist here is the Wolf token, really. Even if he bounces the the Huntmaster, then
Yeah.
still, Geist does not attack well into wolves.
Not at all.
Natural enemy of the Geist. Only the Geist is ain't trapped. They're not a big enemy to the Stormbound or the Rootbound, whatever that guy's called.
So Mike looks like he is shuffling.
I think he's looking for a mana leak just to get something, so he doesn't have to worry about Inferno Titan in 2 turns.
Yeah, something ridiculous. Yeah. Draws. Didn't quite see it.
That is a big worry here.
I think it's it's a Runechanter's Pike. I think.
Yes, it is.
For a second, I thought it was Snapcaster, but because Vapor Snag with Snapcaster is pretty good.
It's a little good. Pike and pass. Bradley. 2 cards in hand. One is an Inferno Titan. The other appears to be an Elish Norn, perhaps. And I think that was another Elish Norn.
Yeah, I didn't quite see it. Okay,
It had the look of an Elish Norn.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
gonna
put it that
switch
way.
either on this one.
Okay.
So. I thought I saw a Slag Storm in his hand, but I could be wrong. No, I don't think I saw a Slag Storm. I think it's Elish Titan. I think is what he's got.
I have a feeling those Elishes are going to have a real hard time coming out, but I could be wrong. So upkeep, he says, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Trigger on the stack. Back in your hand. Now, that's not too bad for Bradley. I mean, he does get to recast it, gain 2 life, get another wolf. Theoretically, Mike can attack for 6. Equip attack for 6.
Yep. Got a Plains here.
Got a Plains, has a Geist again. He has a, looks like a Snapcaster.
No, that'll help. I mean, that'll help him fight that Huntmaster some more.
It will. I mean, Bradley, he needs 2 more lands. That's at least 2 turns. If he's taking 6 a turn from the Insectile Aberration, which he's not, though, this turn he's just taking 2. I imagine Mike's going to...
3.
3, yeah. Mike's going to cast the Geist. Next turn, he can equip the Pike to it.
And, yeah.
Be well large enough to block, for 2 wolves to block it. It's not quite large enough for 2 wolves and a Huntmaster, though. That would be the only concern.
So wait a minute, the Pike only boosts power, though, right?
But he gives it first strike.
Oh, well, that's right. It gives, I always forget about the first strike.
So here we go.
All right, so
Another token.
Recast the Huntmaster, gets another wolf.
So if Mike gets another instant here, an instant or sorcery, then it's an easy call for him. Equip and the wolf attacks, which might be actually even better for him because he gets to take that. Now he gets to equip the Pike to the Geist. Attack rolling with impunity here.
Yeah, this is.
If Bradley blocks, he blocks, but he's still going to take 7 damage total, taking him down to 9.
So there's the equip of the Pike.
Yep.
He's also got Snapcaster Vapor Snag, I believe. I mean, if he has Snapcaster, he's got Snapcaster Vapor Snag.
Right.
If he
Though
needs
he
it.
doesn't have the... nope, that's a Seachrome Coast, so he does have the mana to do that, too.
Yeah, so here comes a 5-power Geist, a 3-power Delver, and a 4-power Angel.
That's
12. Right, so
blocks, takes
wolf
7.
chump blocks. Yep.
Takes him to 9. 1 mana away from Inferno Titan.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
That is a little scary. So, it's like... I feel the matchup's pretty good for Mike, but he needs to cast a spell this turn. If he doesn't cast a spell this turn, then... Oh, it's a Divine Offering.
So he's keeping him off of
Even
6.
better. Wow.
Yeah. Divine Offering.
Gains 2 life. Keeps him off from casting that pretty scary Inferno Titan.
Yeah, so Bradley once loses his Sphere of the Suns, draws a land.
He drew the land that would have cast Inferno Titan.
Yeah, so that is some tight play by Mike. And yeah, land, and I believe, Bradley's hand is still Elish Norn, Inferno Titan. And it's looking, it's not looking good, so.
It is not looking good. I think that what Mike probably is going to end up doing here is
move the Pike over.
Move the Pike over to the insect. Now it depends on how much he wants to play around Galvanic Blast. He could move the Pike over the insect, attack for theoretically lethal, Upkeep.
So upkeep, Snapcaster, Vapor Snag is going to be going to put Bradley to 8.
All right, so he's going that way. He's playing around Galvanic Blast. Because the other thing he could do is just put it, move the Pike over, and it'd be lethal. The Vapor Snag could get the Ink Moth Nexus that animates, but he's in a much worse situation if Bradley has a Galvanic Blast. So he makes a safe play that puts him really next turn on winning.
So I don't know what's in Mike's hand there, but
Yep. Attacks those two, brings in the Angel. This will only, quote unquote, only take Bradley to 1. But he, he's got to block the Geist of the Wolf. He could animate the Nexus, but if he does that, he's not going to cast Inferno Titan next turn. But that might not matter. Maybe you just have to throw it in front and hope to draw a Slagstorm. I think that is his only out at this point. Looking at his deck, does he have any? Oh, he does have one main deck Whip Flare too. That could also pull it out. But
yeah, Bradley seems to be prepared. His deck list, looks like he's fairly prepared for a Delver matchup. Right. His hand does not want to cooperate.
And Bradley does do it. He decides that this... Oh, a gut shot. Wow. Gut shot, even better. Down goes the Wolf. Bradley goes to 1. And now the question for Bradley is the top card of the deck a Slagstorm? It's not going to buy him a lot of time. Mike does have Mullen Haunts. But it will get him... It will buy him 1 turn at least.
So Angel goes away. Mike thinking, passes back. Okay.
Top card, Galvanic Blast. Not a way to deal with 3 creatures. 4 if you count the Angel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Mike's got his game. Yeah. So,
Mike Flores.
Hey Jesse, can we get a J in there? Michael J. Flores? Because it's Michael J. Flores.
It is. It's a little more accurate.
Thank you.
I prefer him as Michael J. Than Michael Flores.
So going to sideboards here. Now here's something cool. Now it has nothing to do with this matchup, but I thought it was a cool idea, and I think Jerry suggested it. That Bradley has Rack with Madness in his sideboard.
Rack with Madness?
Rack with Madness. It's for Phyrexian Obliterator.
Oh, right. It's what is Rack with Madness?
It's a sorcery. I believe it's a sorcery for a red and 3, and target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So Phyrexian Obliterator kills itself and makes its controller lose. Have to sacrifice 5 permanents.
That's not bad.
Jerry suggested that for these red-green decks to deal with Phyrexian Obliterator because most of their removal is in the form of burn.
Yeah, not very good. Even stuff like you're like, oh, Primeval Titan. They're just like, well, Obliterator, and like, there are worse things in the world than. If you attack with the Primeval Titan once, you're only really sacking down 1 more permanent than because he brings in 4 permanents, you sack 5 of them, but it's still like doesn't feel good. No. So I know I saw it in Jerry's article anyway, and I thought that was just hilarious, and I would love to see it happen, but not going to happen in this matchup because there are no Phyrexian Obliterators to be found. But going further into Bradley's sideboard, he's got Karn Liberated, he's got Sword of Feast and Famine. I don't think he's bringing either of those in. He's got an extra Whip Flare. He's got a Thrun, which I could see showing up. Pretty good in this matchup.
Although unless he's decides that the Phantasmal Image makes it too much of an easy kill, but still, I think the Thrun probably comes in.
Autumn's Veil.
Yeah, 2 of those. Here. 2 Autumn's Veil.
It's pretty good here. It protects your guys from Vapor Snag. Dismember if he thinks Mike's running it. A lot of these decks do run Dismember.
Yes.
It keeps you getting mana leaked. Big concern. Bradley wants to resolve big spells.
Right.
I think that's a good card here.
Yeah, definitely.
The question is what's not a good card, and there just isn't a whole lot. The 1 Acidic Slime. It's okay. but what do you cut?
Right.
He's got a lot of cards he can bring in.
Yeah, but he's got some Ancient Grudges in there. He did see the Rune Chanter's Pike.
He did.
Mike's got let's see, a pair of Ratchet Bombs there. Not going to do much.
Dissipate.
He's got some Dissipate.
Dissipate
I can see
is
him
usually
Dissipate.
fairly good in this matchup. Though he has Mental Misstep too, which is a card that has really seen a lot more play this weekend than I've seen recently, and it's actually fairly good against this deck. I mean, let me look at this version. It's not very actually great against this version.
There's just one bird.
Yeah, some versions run more birds, and it's good against those.
We've seen Galvanic Blast. Well, he's got 3 Galvanic Blast, and I believe...
Right, so you're not going to bring that in. If you put him only having 1 bird, if he thinks he's a version that's going to be playing 4 birds or something, then...
Yeah, you'd see the missteps
bring it in,
come
but he's only going to have 4 targets for his 4, if, assuming that probably leaves in all those Galvanic Blasts, which, excuse me, admittedly, are not really phenomenal in this matchup. The problem is they don't kill Geists, and they don't kill Stalkers. But Bradley's thinking, okay, does he leave a Stalker in? Many times you'll board out Stalker and board out Pike, and trust one of your other cards.
Right.
Which I think is probably what Mike's going to be on this game. Just Whip Flare and Slagstorm are too good against it. The Batterskull will probably come in.
The Batterskulls, the Dissipates.
Right.
Maybe even the Jace.
Possibly.
I don't know. I mean, it's a nice... I feel like it's a Planeswalker that can go, hit you a couple times. You're just
it's
a million
possible.
tiles.
I don't usually see it come in this matchup, but it's possible. Sometimes Timely comes in. Depending on how many creatures he has. He's not playing the Geist, so... Or Bradley's not playing his
when you say Geist, I keep thinking Geist of St. Trapp, but you're talking about Strangleroot Geist.
Yeah. If Bradley was playing Strangleroot Geist, I would bring in Timely, but
we haven't seen that.
It's weird because there's all these different versions of
red-green decks.
Of red-green decks, and some of the cards that are really good against one are not as good against some other one. So playing the ramp version, things change a bit. So we'll see if Mike decides, are those Stalkers going to stay in, or are they going to leave? Pike's in or out? Probably out.
Yeah, he's got that's 5 slots right there. If you cut the Stalkers and cut the Pikes, that gives him room for the 2 Dissipates, the Batterskull, and 2 other slots if he wants to go Missteps.
Right. If he wants to bring other cards.
He's got to figure that Bradley has Galvanic Blast. I think Misstep's a great foil to that. I mean, especially when so many of Mike's creatures die to a Galvanic Blast. Mike snap mulligan. Brad seems a little happy now. So both guys mulliganing to 6. I think Brad mulliganed to 5 game 1, right? Yeah. So
it's all the rage these days. All the kids, they're just mulliganing. Back in my day, no one mulliganed.
Yeah,
they kept the 7 they were given, and they were happy with it.
That's right. I would only mulligan it with no mana mulligan. That was what I did.
Right, no land all.
I didn't have any land.
I had no other option.
Right.
My only land was a strip mine. All right. Well, I hope your only land is a Kel'Joran Outpost.
Right.
Let's battle. Let's battle.
Old school.
Yep. Someone asked. Dale DeWood asked, why didn't the Wolf trade with the Geist Trap? Rune Chanter's Pike is first strike. An often forgot ability of that card.
Yeah.
And often forgot by people who are blocking, unfortunately. Less now than when the card first premiered.
Yeah.
But people do still forget. And they go, trade? And you go, nope.
So I know we were talking to Big Head Joe of the Yo MTG Taps podcast, my podcasting partner. He asked you about Avacyn's Collar in some of these Delver decks, and you've seen.
I've not seen it in Delver. I've seen Avacyn's Collar in tokens.
Okay.
Or like a Pure Steel Paladin deck.
That's what you were saying.
Right,
okay.
Pure Steel Paladin, which I wouldn't call it a tier 1 deck, but it still exists. The cards are around. This was got better 6 for Mike.
Yeah, I think I saw.
And better for Bradley. Turn 1 birds naturally off the 1 birds.
All right, Mike draws. I think it was a Dissipate. So we've got Gitaxian Probe from Mike, Mountain, Forest, Primeval Titan, and Whip Flare. That's Whip Flare, right?
That's not a bad 6. I mean, he's looking at pretty reasonable chance of a turn 5 Titan with no opposition. Mike can't overload the board. because of the
whip flare. Yeah. Unless he's got an answer for it.
Right, but
sure.
knowing about it, knowing is half the battle.
Mm-hmm.
G.I. Joe taught me that. And, yep, turn 1 Delver. Well, let's see if he does the job. Bradley, as of right now, just doesn't really have a play for the first 2 turns of the game, but we'll see if Mike doesn't flip here, and he doesn't. That could be okay for Bradley. Ponder. Going to set up Mike's deck, make sure that guy's slipping next turn. There's a gut shot there, and a Geist. That's unfortunate. You know, he would like to be able to leave the gut shot on top and still kill that bird.
Yeah.
Those are 2 things that do not coincide, though, unfortunately. So he's going to shuffle.
He's going to go with the shuffle. Okay.
I didn't see if the second if the land produced white, because he doesn't need a white to if he was going to cast the Geist in there. Top card, looks at it. Is it anything? It's a Ponder.
Land Ponder.
I am going to flip this Delver, he says.
And there's a mana leak, as Mike would call it. And I believe it was a Seachrome Coast and an island.
That's what it looked like.
So he's going to draw.
Oh,
it's
actually,
Delver.
it's Delver. In for 1. Once more through the breach. Bradley, where did he draw there? Looks like another land.
Hitting his land drops.
Still on track for a turn 5 Titan. Little does he know, Michael J has access to both a mana leak and dissipate.
He will know about the mana leak. Hopefully, hopefully he will know.
He will. I imagine he'll know. Now, Mike cannot play the second Delver here because mana leak will not stop the whip flare. Assuming, of course, that it puts Bradley in play on the land.
Yeah.
He's thinking about it. Don't do it, Mike. He only needs 1 more land.
You know about the whip flare.
He doesn't know about the whip flare.
He's doing something.
And
He's going to go with Gitaxian Probe.
What you got? Custic Wolf Run. One of the signature cards that has really come out of Innistrad.
Yeah.
You know, everyone was complaining about getting Valakut, and now we're getting Wolf Run.
It's just new Valakut, yeah.
Valakut was gone for a little while at a standard, and everyone, yeah.
Wolf Run first showed up at the tournament that I think it was Nashville, I believe, SCG Nashville, back in October, that Mike and I actually did the commentary for, and
nice.
that was Wolf Run. We was like, what is this deck? It's a deck built around this new land. What's it called? Kessig Run? Kessig what? Kessig Wolf Run? Okay.
Kessig Wolf Run. What does that card do?
I kept calling it Wolf Run Good because it seemed appropriate, but it didn't. It stuck that weekend. Didn't stick any further.
No, not so much.
All right, so
people just don't have fun with their deck names anymore.
I know.
Bradley drew it. Kind of looks like a solemn.
Yeah, I think it is.
Solemn. Getting good at this seeing cards in their art in 2.5 seconds thing.
Very, very quickly, but
it's a very important part of commentary.
So there's Solemn Simulacrum.
Solemn Simulacrum. Do I get it? Do I get it? Huh, Mike?
Mike has a mana leak, and Bradley thinks. Does
do I whip flare?
Brad's like, do I?
Do I whip flare? I'll get rid of a -1 human insect, Jeff Goldblum. Dead, but no.
Will also kill his own birds,
It
too.
will kill his own birds. That is an unfortunate turn of events, but...
Mike with a Glacial Fortress. Delver in. Bradley at 10 life.
Little does Bradley know that Michael J...
has all the counter spells.
Has to dissipate. Another man that can dissipate. It's going to be hard going for him. Question for Mike is, do you play the second Delver here? Does he actually have 2 dissipates?
I think he does. I think he's got Dissipate, Mana Leak, Delver.
Jeez.
I mean, there's either 2 dissipates or 1 card that we don't know about.
Huntmaster.
Okay.
In
Bradley's
hand. He has enough mana to pay for it.
Right, so he goes.
Now he does have to tap a red mana for it.
Yes, he does. So watch the mana, guys. He just paid green 1 for a Huntmaster.
So we're gonna hopefully get that fixed.
Yeah, you got that, Jesse?
Yep.
Okay, Jesse's communicating with the judges.
Cost red. There you
go. Yeah, please pay a red.
1 red mana. very important part of the card.
Yeah.
Not, I guess it was theoretically irrelevant because of the.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna matter.
And unless he has a red card,
Right?
It doesn't. But it's best that you play the cards as they're made.
Right. Exactly.
We just put a lot of job into costing that card at red green want to.
Yeah.
So.
It is a red-green card, so you do need to pay red for it.
Right.
I mean, if I could just put it in my Delver deck and tap islands for it, that'd be cool
I'd
too.
love that. What did he draw there? It looks like a green thing. Could it be the Thrun? Could it be? It was something.
All right.
Yeah, he just like, you know what? I got an Inferno Titan. What do you got? Or Primeval Titan. Mike says, I got a Mana Leak.
Mana Leak.
What do you got? Looks like Bradley drew a Galvanic Blast. Mike's unwillingness to put out another Delver means that if he counters this, which he just might. Nope, he lets it die. All right, yeah, I think we knew about the Inferno Titan. He's now got to get back in the game to play his Delver. And he's got to reflip that guy before he can do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, this comes into play as a 1/1. Bradley thinking. Drew a Sphere of the Suns.
No, Bradley doesn't have an Inferno Titan, does he?
That's right, it's a Whip Flare.
Yeah.
Never
I heard
mind.
you say that twice, and I was, not sure if I missed it or what. Yeah.
But what he does have,
He's got Whip Flare, Sphere of the Suns.
what he does have though, is a Kessa Wolfrun. You know what Kessa Wolfrun does?
I do.
It means Birds kills Delver.
Mm-hmm.
That trades Delver. If, he's so inclined. I'd probably be pretty inclined to do that, but that might just be me. He's just going for the Whip Flare. Mike thinks about it. And I think you have to let this happen. The problem is the Birds will trade with your Delver already, so there's no point in trying to save it. Mike just needs to draw another threat.
Yeah, there's a Sphere.
Okay.
Mike's gonna play
he drew a
Snapcaster.
Mana Leak?
Mana Leak. Interesting.
I might have just used a Ponder with that Snapcaster, but that's just me.
Well, he doesn't have the Delver to get that much as much value out of the Ponder, but
sometimes
I'll just draw a Ponder. Yeah.
Just have it on top.
There's a Celestial Purge.
Yep.
The full art Celestial Purge.
Full art.
I also know that because but these are my cards that Mike's playing with.
Fair enough.
I was like, I'm going to give him the cool Celestial Purge.
So Mike actually has just locked this up. Bradley can draw an Ink Moth Nexus. That's the only card he can draw. Anything else, Mike can dissipate, and he's set up to do 5 damage, assuming that he put the Celestial Purge on top, which is clearly
I
was
think
his
he would have
intention.
done, yeah.
5 mana, Acidic Slime. No, thank you.
Dissipate,
Dissipate.
Datapate, everywhere, pate.
Reveal the top card. It is in fact a spell. Attack for 5.
Mike's like, yeah,
Extend the game.
untaps as quickly as possible. Yeah. It's Celestial Purge. Swing
Attack.
for 5. And also, there's the hand. Very nice. Yeah. I chose the John Avon Islands for Mike. Give him some nice basics there.
Yeah.